off you both go, because it's now time for the Gunk Dunk! Who were Linford's co-presenters on Record Breakers? You know this one.
Cheryl Baker. Chris Akabusi.
Oh, that's so close! By a couple of series, what are you looking for? It's Kate Sanderson, Jez Edwards and Jack Latimer. Got it wrong, what do we do?
Tape dancing. Tape dancing.
Tape dancing.
Tape dancing. Betamax.
VHS. Cassette.
Tape dancing.
Tape dancing. And now, the co-presenter of 1998 CBBC's Linford Christie's Record Breakers. Give him a big hand. It's your host. It's Jack Latimer.
That's embarrassing. Hello, welcome to episode 5 of Tape Dancing. This week we're starting with Bogus Marriages as a segment by this guy called Paul. They're all right. They don't really hit the spot.
Well, this one seems pretty genuine, but we're looking for the kind of marriage where the bride and groom have never actually been in love, where they've never met before the day of the ceremony. We're looking for the kind of marriage where one's paid the other for the privilege, where they've paid guests to turn up, where they've paid organisers. We're looking for the kind of marriage which has been entered into purely to get round the immigration laws. We're looking for bogus marriages. A wedding party, but it's no normal wedding. Right, they say they're going to go home, get proof of address, come back here and get married when they've got it, but I don't believe them, so we're going to follow them. It's just the bride left and a couple of others, and it doesn't look to me as though they're going home to get proof of address because they're going in the opposite direction, south of the river. We've followed them all the way across London. I've been travelling for about 3 hours, and they've ended up here in Wandsworth, and guess where they are? Another register office.
Husband and wife.
The Home Office will need a photograph before allowing the groom to stay in the UK. This one can't decide whether to kiss or lick.
Okay, we'll catch up with Paul later on in the show. Up next is what's now... Where is it? Supreme Self-Confidence with Paul McKenna. This is another Paul. So, that Bogus Marriages was Paul. This guy's another Paul. So it's a different...
This tape contains powerful hypnotic suggestions and commands. You may go into trance at any time watching this tape, but if for any reason or emergency you need to, you will return instantly to your normal state of consciousness, fully alert and aware. Welcome to the world of confidence. A world where you have all you need to feel at ease. A world where you don't have to feel flustered or confused or paralyzed, where you can say what you really mean. This tape will show you how to retrieve your self-confidence. Sometimes a lack of self-confidence is a bit like this.
Oh no, a party. I can't cope with all those people. I always get so embarrassed and I can never think of anything to say. I'm bound to spill my drink. What will I do if I say the wrong thing? Oh, what am I going to do? It'll be terrible. Oh, I do wish I could go, but I can't.
When we think to ourselves, we often use words in our head, a sort of inner voice. The best way to use that voice is to think of what you can do and not what you can't. And the key to doing that, when you're scared or worried, is to think small and think practical.
Oh, crikey, a party. What am I going to do? All those people. Still, I can't be having a conversation with everyone at once. So, in fact, I won't have to talk to all of them. I can deal with them one at a time. or just a few at once. Maybe I'll just go for an hour. I suppose if I'm enjoying myself, I can stay longer, but I'll make that decision later. I'll just have one conversation at a time, after all. I'll take it as it comes.
So here's rule 1. Deal with big difficulties one bit at a time. And why was the party frightening anyway? Because in some way or other, he thought he would be lacking. He thought, whatever it is, I can't.
I can't.
So let's see what happens if he carries on like this.
I can't. I'm not good enough. I'm scared. I mustn't look scared. They'll notice. I know. I mustn't let them see. I'll have to pretend to be calm.
Hello. How are you? Sorry. No, I'm fine, actually. It's wonderful. Oh, sorry, weather isn't...
He doesn't really look very happy, does he? In fact, the most obvious thing about him is that he's pretending. And he doesn't have to. Because the secret of getting to be at ease with people is simple. Don't pretend.
What on earth do you call this?
What on earth do you call this? You've made a complete mess of the entire business. You're an incompetent idiot!
Whether we're meeting them face to face or just anticipating it, seeing them like that can be unnerving. If we hear something bad, an automatic response is to imagine it's going to get worse. But we don't have to be automatic. You could be creative and get your imagination to work for you instead.
What on earth do you call this?
What on earth do you call this? You have made a complete mess of the entire business. You're an incompetent idiot!
He's not quite so frightening like that, is he? You can imagine anything, so you don't have to imagine only the worst that could happen. Even while you're talking to someone, you can imagine them with no trousers or a red nose or pink hair. Be creative. Imagine something laughable and you'll feel better. Confident people do this sort of thing all the time. That's rule 3. If you think someone's frightening, use your imagination to add something daft. And now, come with me and explore the possibilities of hypnosis. Welcome to the unconscious mind and trance. Now your awareness can change. Notice how you're aware of yourself and aware of the screen, and you can listen to what I say and see what you see, and feel and become absorbed in the experience. You'll notice words, and you can notice noticing words, and notice noticing your body can relax. Feel free to enjoy feeling free of the need to understand. In hypnosis, you're safely protected by your unconscious mind. If you think some of the words aren't for you, just let your mind wander. When you need to, you'll hear all you need to hear.
I think Paul's on a... We're going back to Paul, the bogus marriage, Paul.
Right, looks like we've got some more business. There's another suspicious wedding next door. Again, it involves a European national bride, this time a French woman. And guess what the address is? Parkhurst Road.
Why are you leaving him alone, Paul? Back to Paul.
Joseph, you sit here in a solicitor's office.
We don't do such things here.
Mr. Joseph, you're doing this to cheat me.
Do you have a warrant?
How many times
Excuse me.
have you done it?
We don't do such things here.
We will hand over the film to the police.
Go
okay?
and hand it over to the police.
Right, okay.
Go and do it right now.
That was your chance to give us an explanation.
Go and bring the police right now.
Okay.
Please do. Go and bring the police.
Well, there we go. That's Mr. Joseph. We don't know how many bogus marriages he's helped to set up, but he could give us no explanation whatsoever for why we've caught him on secret camera helping to set up bogus marriages.
Collindale offer a great deal on the new Polo or any other new VW or Audi. Before you buy elsewhere, give me a ring at Collindale, the Volkswagen Audi Dealer of the Year.
Can't be bothered. Why? now. This next video is a VHS tape, and it's a self-defense. You want to get in a fight, you watch this video, you fight them like this guy. Power and flow and power hitting techniques from Penn Dakar, William Sanders. Shove it in.
Welcome everyone to this series on the concept of the flow from Penchak Silat Pukalan Shimandi Pusaka. We can add kicks because it's spontaneous. When we do this, we don't always need all the movements. So from here, we'd have the two very quick punches to follow up with. If, on the other hand, the attack sequence came, and then the person threw the other punch, and then the other punch.
Yeah, this is the hot lights. I'm not allowed to smoke real cigarettes in here, and you won't even. You said you give me a beer. I need my beer. You're going to give me a beer. Give me a beer then. No, I'll do the next bit if you give me a beer. I'll do it if you give me a beer. Can I show the video I want to show yet? I just want to show them one video. I'm going to show you a video now. Oh, I can't. I want to show them the video I want to show. Just some good old-fashioned punk rock.
Get beer! Get beer! Get beer! Get beer! I don't want to go to work, I just want to get beer! You say what you want to say, I just want to get beer! You say that I don't want to, don't care! Get beer! Living your life all in mine, I just want to get beer! I'll drink beer of any kind, I just want to get beer! You go straight and I'll swerve, I just want to get beer! When I drive, I never curve, I just want to.
What? Yeah, there's no more competition. That got dead. That got dead. They say punk's not dead, but that competition is dead.
Go to town to get some beer. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing here.
See you next week.
All right, let's see if you are. It's Noah chasing in. Plays the shot. The shot, in fact, goes out, but he's trying to avoid a penalty point.
Yeah. Over. Well done, mate. You had an idea, really, didn't you?
That's right, yeah.
Not too fun.